Wow. Pretty stunning news, actually. It was reported by Sports Illustrated, Football Scoop, so many people tonight, like on three, that Mark Stoops was going to be the next coach of the Texas A&M Aggies. And now there are reports out of Kentucky that Mark Stoops is staying. There has apparently been, I predicted that the hire would be unpopular. I thought it would be unpopular because he has never made an SEC championship and you're paying for like the elite of the elite. But I do feel bad in the sense that I believe that Texas A&M and Ross Bjork, I believe that they wanted to hire Mark Stoops, but they did not check in with the boosters at all, and that they're getting cold feet and basically holding Mark Stoops at the altar, which, I don't appreciate that, because if you got to be good on your word. If you are going to make, the coach leave Kentucky and leave his program, and you're going to show loyalty in the situation, you're going to make a firm decision, and you can't just go on what fans want. And if he's your guy, like, again, I said that I didn't really like the hire of Stoops really at all. But if he's your guy, then he should be your guy. So, honestly, if Stoops doesn't end up getting hired, the A&M president, then it's a complete mess. The A&M president has to remove Ross Bjork from having the power to hire somebody. You got to have cohesion in your program. And like Jeremy Pruitt didn't really end up that great at Tennessee, the Schiano situation. I feel for Mark Stoops. I really do. Again, Youngstown guy. Like I said, he's a pretty good guy. Did a decent job at Kentucky. Like, do I have questions about his ceiling at an A&M? Like, do I think he's the elite of the elite? Like, A&M wants a top 5 coach, that's maybe gonna win, national championships. And to believe that Mark Stoops has the type of heat and fastball to do that, I do not believe that. But at the same way, I'm kind of shaken how, I feel for the guy. He's going to pretty much, him and his family believe that they've secured a dream job, and now it could be taken from him at the final hour. Is heartbreaking for Mark Stoops, heartbreaking for his entire family. And now he's going to be staying at Kentucky. Like, come on. Like, he's got to leave Kentucky. He's got to go to Syracuse now, He said he's going to leave Kentucky. You know how motivated I would be if I was Mark Stoops now? Oh, my gosh. I might just go to Mississippi State, work on Jeff Levy's staff, and try to beat the absolute brakes off of Texas A&M. What they're doing to him is, it's kind of like Schiano. Man, oh, man. Even if I was a diehard A&M fan, maybe if I was a booster, like, I would say, like, I don't really want the hire, but I don't think that, when the AD kind of makes his decision, like, that's kind of when you can voice your displeasure with the hire. But a part of you also feels for the guy, that could be taking on this great opportunity. So I feel very sympathetic in that way. Just wanted to, reach out to you guys that this is a fluid situation. I can't believe this. Usually these things are usually like 95% on the money. You might get 5% where the reporting is way too early in this process. It's hitting all late on a Saturday, and it's wild out. It's wild right now, I believe. And like Matt Jones, who's been around Kentucky radio for a while, is saying that Mark Stoops is staying at Kentucky. So I don't know what to think anymore. Going to have to retitle the previous video I did, giving my thoughts on what a potential hire would be, but really could be a revolt going down in Aggie land. This whole program is just in total. There's no real continuity at all going on in this program right now, I got to say. So we're going to see what happens, guys. Here we go.